Right, moving over to this, last night saw the 2022 Annual Lions Cricket Awards being hosted at a glittering ceremony at the Times Square Arena. Malusi Siboto claimed the Player of the Season award, and he's also been named the T20 Knockout Competition Best Bowler. Yolani Fourie was awarded Player of the Season in the women's category. Sadly, she couldn't make it, but we do have in studio here with us Malusi Siboto. Malusi, good evening to you. Thank you so much for coming in. I know with these awards you guys have so much fun, so I'm sure you also had a lot of fun last night.
Yeah. Good evening. Thank you for having me. Yeah, we did have fun last night.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this award. It really is a good one. I just want to know how was the awards? I saw you guys had the inclusion of the women's. Titans also did that this year, but I also saw you had the differently abled guys there also, so the deaf and blind, which was great to see. It's not always that you have the main women, deaf and blind, at the same awards. Yeah, so how was last night?
That was really good. I think for me it was really nice to see everyone, like you said, the blind and the school guys together, just bringing the Lions brand and the Lions family together. So it was really good to see, and the way everything was organized. So yeah, it was really good.
And how's your time been at the Lions? I know you've been there for a few years now, but you're a captain. Captaining is also a bit different to playing. It's a different added, responsibility and pressure as well. I think as a player you have pressure of just wanting to outdo your best, your last best, and now when you captain, it's an entire team that you have to lead. And on top of that, I don't think that you had previously, at your previous franchise, won Player of the Season. So this is a great award for you to win. Once again, congratulations. But how has the time been at the Lions for you?
It's been really good. I mean, I think most of the guys were my friends before. So I was settling well. I knew what the guys were trying to achieve. So it was easy for me to just come in and do what I do best. I mean, being captain, I thought it was easier for me based on the fact that I played a lot of games to understand the situation, and sort of allowed me to follow through with my instinct. And obviously having the senior guys, Reza Hendricks, Makala, Bjorn, Dom Hendricks, so it was quite easy to captain at times. So it wasn't really hard to do the job.
That's good to hear. Talk to us about the significance of the Players Player Award. I love the Players Player. I always get confused between which is my favorite, if it's the MVP or if it's the Players Player, but I think I'm leaning towards Players Player only because that is your peer that's basically telling you that you've done a really good job, giving you a pat on the back. So last night the male's Players Player was awarded to Sisanda Makala. I know he couldn't make it, but speak to us about the significance of that award. I mean, with being a player and having your peers actually take their hat off to you.
I think just before I say that, there's probably like a special mention. If you look at the final we played, I think Bjorn was sick during the game, and the way he got in and he scored a 56 like that to help us win the game, I thought for me that was Players Player moment. And another moment was Clary Bokako was really sick all season, to the point that we thought like he wasn't going to come back, and he came back and he bowled that way in the final. That's also my other Players Player moments. But with CC winning that, I thought it was really good in the way he was interacting with the youngsters, in the way he was giving himself to the team when he didn't have to. So I thought he deserved that award, and I think it's sort of an award where you do the job behind closed doors and nobody sees that. So I was actually quite happy for him to win that.
It's a special one. So the new T20? January 2023 is around the corner, sir. The MSL is gone. It doesn't exist any longer. There's a new T20. We're still waiting for Cricket South Africa to give us the name, but we basically know how it's going to work, that it's going to be privately owned. It sounds very similar, though, to the GLT20. That is what was supposed to happen there. So are you hoping to be selected in that draft? Do you want to be selected in that draft? Do you want to be part of that tournament? And how do you feel about it, by the way? How do you feel about the cancellation of the MSL and now having this new T20?
To be honest, I've been in the States for a month, so I haven't been really following about this new T20. But I mean, anybody wants to take part in a competition like that, so I haven't really followed or tried to understand what's happening, because nothing has been concrete to say, oh, this is what's going to happen and so on. But the only thing I can say is I've heard that it's going to be private, and there's certain, I think SuperSport is involved. But that's all I know. So I haven't really followed too much into it.
So with you being in the States for a month, you just said you've been in the States for a month, was that just a vacation? What were you doing in the States? I mean, you're turning 35 in August, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you and I both know 35 when it comes to a player, you're getting old. It's not like corporate where, I think for them early retirement is 55 and normal retirement age is 60.
Yeah.
When it comes to being an athlete, your time ends much sooner.
Yeah.
So you're turning 35 in August. What were you doing in the States? Is it just a vacation? What are you doing?
I was on holiday with my missus, and so we spent time. I met a family. It was really good. Just to talk about age, I'm the only player that played every game at 34. So I think age is just a number. My body's still really good. But States was really good. I had a great time. Yeah.
That's good to hear. So are you still going to continue playing? So with you saying age is just a number, you actually, you're still playing like someone who's got some time left. Like you still have more in you to give. A lot of your results actually in the past couple of years, it's almost like it's the peak of your career. You've really, really done well. So, so what are your plans? Even though your age and the actual numbers is going to be 35, but do you feel good enough to still continue playing? Are you planning to still be playing domestically for the next couple of years? What are your plans? Are you planning on coaching perhaps children and stuff like that? What do you want to do?
Do you think I should play for Proteas?
Most definitely. I thought that a long time ago.
I'm actually not thinking ahead. I'm just enjoying myself at the moment. And when my body shuts down, that's probably when I'm going to stop. But I feel really good right now. It's still my dream to play for my country one day. It's something I can't control. But at the moment, I'm just not thinking ahead. I'm just enjoying myself and just one game at a time, and that's it.
So very quickly before you go, we have run out of time, but quickly before you go, everybody who watches cricket knows that you're from Cape Town, you're from Langa. We all also know Themba Bavuma's story as well, and there are so many youngsters and so many kids who are watching the likes of Themba and are watching you as well, who might be from Langa or similar areas, and they might think that this could never be them. And I'm sure there might have been a time in your life when you were much younger where you never ever thought that you'd be playing for, the Lions cricket and playing in SA as well. So for those youngsters who are watching and thinking that this can never be them, what is your message to them before you go?
Ooh, that's hard. It's not easy. You have to take the punches. I think we were always taught to just work hard, but nobody's really taught us how to deal with failure, how to deal with not being selected, how to deal with not being spoken about. So I come from all of that where nobody really spoke about me, but I always felt like I could add in a way. So I just think that just work hard, believe in yourself, and be consistent in what you want to achieve, and just know the right people to listen to, and just know the right people to stick around with. Also, I think coming from a township, it's quite important to have the right friends, and if it doesn't feel right, then just walk away from it. And for me, I was fortunate enough to have guys around me that's been playing professional, so I always try and work hard and be consistent as much as I could. But I think that's why I'm playing for longer now, is that I always stuck to what I believed in. And sometimes it got me into trouble, but that's just what it is. I think if you always believe in yourself and you're honest with who you are, you're always going to achieve whatever you want.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for that. That is Lions cricket captain Malusi Siboto, who was at their annual awards last night, and he walked away with the Player of the Season award. And in the women's category, Yolani Fourie walked away with Player of the Season there. We'll have more support for you later. But Tulas, back to you.
All right, Nicole, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Nicole Kente there watching All Things Sport for you.